Hello, this is Ed Rigsbee. I'd like to spend a moment with you and talk to you about membership. So that's why we call this the Membership Moment by Ed Rigsbee. If you are an association executive, I'm wondering, have you spent much time considering what you're doing to keep your first-year member? Now, let's talk about this. Your first-year member, we all know, is the most at risk to not join or not rejoin. So if you make the mistake, or your membership department makes the mistake of just accepting a person or a company's membership dollars, it really doesn't do much extra or special other than just what you do for every other member the first year. When you go back to that new member and ask for them to rejoin, chances are kind of iffy. Here's the issue. You haven't really made any relationship bank deposits. And let's face it, it's really hard to go to the bank and pull money out if you've never put money in. Similarly, in relationships, relationship bank deposits are crucial. Can't do relationship bank deposits until you do I'm sorry, I blew that one. Isn't this great? Live and unedited. Anyway, you can't really make relationship bank withdrawals until you've made deposits. So let's think about that from the perspective of the new member. So they come in, maybe a lot of associations, this is kind of table stakes, just to get in the game, have some kind of a welcome package where you give them their membership certificate, pin, some other little tchotchkes. And maybe even they might get a welcome member email with a link to some place like a video where you explain the benefits of membership, how to access and all those kinds of things. And possibly, if you have chapters, you might even get a note from a chapter president urging them to participate. But that's about it. So if you're lucky, that's about 3 relationship bank deposits in the year. Well, wouldn't it make sense to make a relationship bank deposit every month? So if you, in addition to the newsletter, whether it be a hard copy or electronic, or the various other communications members get, and let's take a little side note here. Probably a lot of the communications you're sending to your members are sales copy. You're trying to sell them on going to the convention, trying to sell them on buying this, trying to sell them on buying that. Those aren't really strong relationship bank deposits. So if you had a strategic process to where your membership department oversaw that every month that new member gets a touch, the chances are that new member a year from now, when you want them to renew, you've made enough relationship bank deposits that you can make a withdrawal. Now, there's various kinds of things you can do. One of my clients loved what he did. His name is Mike Hall. So I was challenged on this, and he came up with the idea of, okay, we got some cool T-shirts from the association. So a new member, he had his CRM set up to where it spit out a notice, and he sent an email to each new member right before the birthday and said, hey, it's a birthday present to you. If you respond to this email in a week or something like that, I will send you one of our T-shirts. What a cool thing. Creates engagement. It gives them a tangible something, relationship bank deposit. So here's some ways that you can increase the number of your relationship bank deposits. Go take a look at your member package. If you're still mailing member packages, and a lot of associations are, look at what you have in it. Are you just throwing stuff in there, just, oh, this looks nice, this looks nice, this looks nice? Could you take all that this looks nice stuff out? Just mail them, ship them the minimum. And then maybe have ticklers through the year, 2, 3 times, 4 times through the year, those little tchotchkes that you would have thrown in the membership packet, you spread those out and you drip them to them. It's almost like a sales drip campaign, but it's a sales relationship bank deposit drip campaign. And so now you've got maybe 3, 4, 5 physical mailings as far as something for that member. Okay, that's great. Now what are we going to do the rest of the month? Well, how about phone calls? Now, whether the chief staff executive or the chief elected officer or a chapter president or the membership department, none or all of the above or somebody else, I mean, that could be 2 or 3 calls through the year. So perhaps maybe the membership department gives the person a quick call. Thanks for joining. Hey, love to help you with information, so forth and so on. Then maybe down the road, maybe the chapter, maybe 2, 3 months later, the chapter president calls. Maybe 2, 3 months after that, the one of the board members calls. Maybe a couple months after that, the executive director calls. I'm just, throwing at you to look at a couple of the real important relationship bank deposits are U.S. mail or shipping something. It doesn't matter how you get it there. And phone calls. The challenge with email, because you're sitting there thinking about, oh, well, we send all these emails out. Here's the reality. Most associations, when you do your analytics and you check what the read-through is on your emails, it's only about 25%. So if you're sending out these relationship bank deposits, and let's say you relied on 12 email relationship bank deposits through the year, you really haven't done well. You really haven't done well. You haven't done your job. So a couple emails here and there, not a problem. Maybe 2 or 3 of the 12 could be emails. 2 or 3 of the 12 could be phone calls. 2 or 3 or 4 could be actually physically mailing something. Mix it up, and what you're going to have is a year from now, when that new member gets their renewal, then they're going to go, oh, yeah, this organization's really paid attention to me. I'm really getting a lot of value. I'm engaged. I'm going to renew. Well, that's it for this idea for today. Hey, if you like my ideas, go to Rigsbee.com to the association growth section. And there's some cool things there. There is the consultant on call service. There is the association mastermind. And there's, in my article bank, there's, about 50 articles on ideas from what? The ROI of membership, my book on proving membership is a good business decision, a good financial decision, and a good career decision through qualitative research. Proving through real dollar numbers what the ROI of membership is. Well, you have a great day. I wish you the best, and it's always a lot of fun with these recordings, where's the button to push to close it down? Okay, bye now.